I'm Jennifer Riddle. I'm a digital media specialist. I work for Rosie, and I'm also a military spouse. I was a digital media director at a position in Fort Worth for an agency and was extremely busy. We got the word that my husband was going to deploy to Afghanistan. They were very understanding and kind during that time, but it became to a point where the stress was just too much. So I took a step back from my full-time position and decided to explore freelancing. There's that emotional impact that you really just can't prepare for. When you're comparing it to the safety of your loved ones, it's really hard to make certain things important at work. And to have that flexibility to know that you can take the time off, or you can flex your work where I can collect myself and I can go back to work, later this evening. Those things, are very important. During my full-time job, there were several times where I broke down because I just couldn't balance all the emotions that I had.
I've been serving either in a active duty or reserve capacity for this month will be 32 years. I've always been a servant leader, so I enjoy kind of giving back. So I really appreciate the freedoms that I have, especially having served in Iraq and Afghanistan. They don't have the freedoms that we have. There's a lot of countries that don't. So I don't take for granted the freedoms that we have here. So for me, it's my way to give back. Because whether you're active duty or a National Guardsman, you're constantly on the move with trainings, different locations and such. So that flexibility allows us to spend more time together. With the National Guard, hurricanes, tornadoes, we don't always get a whole lot of warning with those. So COVID. I got a phone call asking me to show up the next day for 2 weeks, and it turned into 4 months in another state. When I leave, she's effectively, a single parent. And so she's managing all the responsibilities for herself and what I would normally have. So having that flexibility with a job really helps out a lot.